Is a lie and is given a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bull.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and ride on you, on you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
Listen, I know y'all want to get to the tea, and baby, we will. But for those of y'all that's been living under a rock, baby, my name is Santana. I only been on YouTube since like 2016. Started off going viral, telling stories about my crazy life. A couple of years later, I started doing ratchet recipes, went viral on TikTok. Then I opened up a channel, Aligning Souls, where I was, using my spiritual and psychic gifts to help the girls and whip them back into alignment. In other words, baby, she's gifted. And see, now I'm here to share all of those gifts on one channel. So I mean, whether it's a deep dive, a commentary video, cooking, music, reading horoscopes, baby, if I want to upload a video of me picking my nose and breathing for 60 minutes, I'm into it. My house, my rules. I mean, I just ask that y'all follow me over on Twitter so I can stop talking to myself. And before you go and try to seek help and seek therapy, baby, seek me. Go to my website and book yourself a personal reading if you need one. Now, feel free to sound off in the comments, but be respectful and act like you got that act right. Now, this channel is for critical thinkers. We may not always agree. You may not always even like me. But one thing's for sure, your life will be changed after experiencing me. So subscribe. Now, enough of me rambling, child. I think we made it past the part that was needed to get this video monetized, child. Nah, you do going. Nah. Let's get into it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
What is going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi, and we are back for another Baddies Talk video. Now, this is going to be a little bit different, actually a lot different than all the other videos that I do. And in fact, we're actually not even going to be here that long. So just go ahead and like this video so we can get into my opinions.
The universe is P double T to the Y, and it won't stop till I wake up and realize that I am the 1, 2, 3. I am the bitch that these little niggas need. How you gon' escape when I am the key? That for everywhere I go, they following me like damn. Get back on track, look at who I am. Every day is numbered in this life span. Look in the mirror, tell myself again. Self-love and happiness is all about a God's plan. I wanna be happy, doing what I please, trying to do what I need, whatever it takes to be free. I wanna be happy.
Okay, so by now we've all seen all of the hoopla surrounding Natalie and surrounding her affairs over at Zeus. And when I say affairs, I do not mean that lightly. I mean that literally. I exaggerate that word. I mean it physically, metaphorically, like any way that you can think of the word affairs. That is what's going on over at Zeus and with Natalie. Now, my original plan was to drop the live video that Natalie did. It was about an hour long. I dropped that on my channel, and I wanted to drop that so all of you could watch it, on its own, and then I could be able to refer back to it, because everywhere that I was looking for the video, I was only getting like clips and whatnot. So I was like, let me kill two birds with one stone. Let me upload the video in its full, in its entirety, so that way y'all can watch, but also so that I can come back, I could do a commentary video, and I could have a place that clearly has, the entire video. So that was my plan. But then as the night went on, as the night progressed, things got worse and worse and worse and worse. And it got to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I said when I started this channel that I would do it as long as it remains fun. And my motto now, considering all the rebrands that I've gone through, all of the channels that I've had, the different themes and what's the word I'm looking for? The different niches I've done on YouTube. Like, my motto is that as long as I'm still having fun, I will continue to do it. When I'm no longer having fun, I will no longer do it because it's not worth the headache. So let me make this very clear. I am very aware of all that is out there that surrounds Baddies and Zeus and Natalie. So, I definitely appreciate you guys. I love when you guys message me and send me, videos and da da da. Da. And I'm not telling you to stop doing that. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you. I love it. But when it comes to this Natalie and Curtis situation, it's going to a place that I do not feel comfortable discussing because I know my mouth and I am not mature enough, nor will I ever be politically correct enough to have the conversation that needs to be had. And people aren't ready for those conversations. And like I just said, I'm doing this as long as it's fun. Me having a headache and me stressing myself out trying to prove a certain reality that you may not yet be able to see or that you may not want to admit exists. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because if I get online and then I say certain things or I don't know what I will say. And it's best for me to just tap out, gracefully tap out. Okay. Because like I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not in a place where I'm able to be politically correct. And so without me alienating this fan base and whatever else, I'd rather avoid it altogether. So if you still, by this point, 7 minutes in, have no idea what I'm talking about, I am fully aware of what Natalie is now claiming, what Smiley is now claiming, the Instagram, the OnlyFans. I'm fully aware. I just no longer care. And I don't want to have that conversation. Okay. So if there's anybody that's going to comment that on my channel, you will automatically be blocked. Okay. Like, because, sometimes as creators, we get on our channels and we ask for people not to do certain things. And then people think it's cute to go and do it anyways. Like, if you turn the comments off on one video, people like, okay, well, you still going to hear me. And then they go to another video and comment. I'm asking you, do not comment anything dealing with the Smiley and the Curtis and the alligator. We're not having that conversation. And if I see that in the comments, you will be blocked. Point blank in the period. Now, in terms of how I feel about the whole just overallness of it all, and the fact that we even have this as news in terms of Natalie and Curtis's relationship, whatever the relationship was, I don't care again, because I feel like I got to keep saying it. It's always one dummy in the back. I don't care about the Smiley allegations. We're not going to have that conversation. When it comes, however, to Natalie, her marriage, Lamel, and Curtis, I want to say this. I do feel as though Natalie is in an open relationship. I feel as though it is no secret. I do feel as though Jacob is not 100% straight. I also feel like in 2024, news like that should no longer be salacious. And the fact that it still is, again, huge part of why I'm tapping out. Like, you guys have seen me talk about Diddy, but I haven't talked about him again. I ain't posted a video about Diddy and Meek Mill because it's just like, why are we still doing all of that? Why are we still doing all of that? We want equality and we saying that Black Lives Matter, but then the second that it's a black gay person or a black trans person, then like, come on now. And again, I don't think we're ready for that conversation. So that's why I'm avoiding it. Okay, because I feel like these rumors and these allegations, whether true or not, and I do believe that there's a lot of truth to the rumors, I feel like the conversation then switches and shifts to the salaciousness of it all versus why is certain things even happening or the darker shit that may be going on. And I'm not going to get deep into the Diddy stuff because this is not a Diddy video. But in terms of Natalie and Curtis and Lamel and Jacob, I do believe that Natalie and Jacob are in an open relationship. I do believe that the rumors surrounding Jacob are true. I also believe that, they're in a situationship where it's like the two are best friends and it just works out. It's on a Will and Jada type of thing. Like, the problem that I have when it comes to me doing these videos is that, and I spoke on it in the last couple of videos that I did, I get uncomfortable because I know what this channel was meant to start off as, but I also understand what it quickly started growing as, right? Because this started as a place where I wanted to have deeper conversations and whatnot. But then, it begins to get a little uncomfortable for me because when I started growing as a channel and, most people were here because of the baddies content, just keeping it real, the conversations I want to have, I don't know if necessarily the demographic of people that watch baddies can handle it. Now, that's not to say that you are of lower IQ because you watch baddies or you entertain Zeus. No, because I entertain Zeus. But at the same time, we could sit down and have a whole conversation about what we think is going on in Antarctica. We could have a whole conversation about how we live in a firmament and, the ocean is really outer space and how there's portals in the oceans and, how octopus and squids are the real alien. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can have those depthful conversations, but it still gets uncomfortable with certain things, because I'm somebody who decided to exit out of the matrix. And I'm realizing now that with this journey that I'm on and where I'm at now, it's not my job to teach people how to leave the matrix or to force you out. Either you're there or you're not, which goes back to why I don't want to have the conversation about Smiley and the Curtis allegations, because I'm not here to force a reality or teach people about a reality. It's either you get it or you don't. And I'd rather not take on that headache and have to be blocking left and right or get canceled because I say something that, all of that relates back to what I'm saying about Natalie and Jacob. I feel as though there's reality and then there's Hollywood and then there's the Matrix, and it's all interconnected. Because in reality, in a reality that we create, we think, oh, marriage, two people, oh, it's supposed to be this, that, and a third. Whereas marriage can be multiple things, right? You can have a Will and Jada situation. For years, people looked at Will and Jada and was like, oh, black love, black love, black love, and putting them on a pedestal. And y'all had this idea of who they were supposed to be. Whole time, the rumors was true that they was separated for years upon years, for like 20 years. You know what I mean? But they was together through a piece of paper and together through a ring, but they wasn't even really with each other. You know what I'm saying? But they were still married. But yet we're placing them on this pedestal because we have this idea of what love is supposed to be, and then the illusion of black love, because black love isn't a real thing. It's not. We have this illusion of what we think love and marriage is, and then it's placed on a pedestal, and then that reality comes shattering down. And when it comes to Natalie and Jacob, I feel like they are very, very similar to Will and Jada. Almost identical. Almost identical. Because the same rumors that's out there about Jacob is out there about Will. The same exact rumors. And then the same things that, we see Natalie doing, i.e., OnlyFans with Scotty, and even the way that she was with Curtis. I pointed out, she has very masculine, dominant energy. We see that with Jada. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that their marriage is structured how people automatically want to. Like if you still live in that matrix and still live under that programming and coding, you're automatically just going to look at life a certain way. You're going to be like, gay is bad, trans is bad, cheating on your boyfriend outside of marriage, your husband outside. Like, I can't, like it, like I literally get triggered by shit like that. I literally get triggered by the Matrix and shit like that. Like it causes me to break down and like decalibrate because I'm just like, how do you, okay. I said this video was going to be long, child. And I know that there's going to be people out there that understand what I'm saying and agree. But nonetheless, when it comes to Jacob and it comes to Natalie, that is a configuration that works for them. When it comes to all of everything that she was talking on live, it's all an act. It's all an act. And this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. I see right through Natalie. I see right through her. Now, I don't know if it's because of my gifts, because I'm psychic, because I'm intuitive. I don't know. Okay. Or because I have a background in psychology. Like, I don't know what it is. But I see right through Natalie. And Natalie is a character. Natalie is about her her bands. Okay. She's about her money. She's about her bag. Okay. And she's also about her family unit. That doesn't mean she's in love with Jacob. That doesn't mean that, the two are like actually coupled up like boyfriend girlfriend. No, it just means this is how I want my life set up and to be structured, and then this is what it is. Like, people have to understand marriage is a business. Y'all are still out here marrying for love and this, that, and the third, or marrying just because you found somebody cute. And that's why you end up getting fucked over and divorced, which is why you're seeing so many people getting broken up with. Like, since the summer, you've seen so many people get broken up with, so many relationships and marriages announce that they're getting a divorce, and it's because y'all be marrying for the wrong reasons. Like, why the fuck are y'all marrying people that you would never do business with? At the end of the day, marriage is a business, so you should treat it as such. And if you wouldn't trust somebody with your money or trust somebody with your life, then you should not be marrying them. It's literally that simple. Even in terms of a relationship, you should not be dating someone who you're not even compatible with. Like, y'all be dating people just because you want to fuck them. Or just because they showed you a little bit of attention, or just because somebody's cute and attractive, or just because, you and this person can have a child with 3C hair. Like, for the dumbest of reasons, it's like, are you even compatible? Are you even compatible? And so with Natalie and Jacob, they found ways in which they are compatible. Whether it's maybe Jacob or Natalie needed to have a certain image to uphold to their family, or maybe that's what they care about publicly, whatever. It's cheaper when you're in a marriage. That's why they say it's cheaper to keep her, because you as high as rent is, as high as gas is, splitting a bit, like, it could be whatever reasons. And I do believe it's a lot of that. I believe that maybe it may have started off as love, but I don't think it's that now. I think at some point it was just like, why break this up? We got Journey, our child. We don't want to break up this family unit. It's working, you know. Even if she found out he was dating somebody else, whether it was Melafi, who cares about all of that? Like, I'm so past that whole point of, oh my God, a man is attracted to someone else. Because really, honestly, that's truly what it is when you break it down. It's like, where's the salaciousness of it? Where's the salaciousness of it? Like, there's no story there. Two people are attracted. Okay, cool. So that's how I feel about her and Jacob. In terms of her and Curtis, I do believe that it was real, because regardless of what Natalie comes and says on her Instagram live, Curtis has been around since 2022. He's been around since Bad Boys season 1, which is when it was filmed in 2022. That's when they met. And he was there, like, if you go back and watch episodes of Baddies, all the way back to like Baddies West, he was on a tour bus, okay? He was inside the room with Natalie. He was backstage with Natalie. You know what I mean? At the reunions, like, we saw him on camera. They would try to blur out his face. We would still see his beard. We saw all of these pictures and videos of him and her at the airport and things like that. So, like, now that it's come out that they have a history, like, okay, and like, we already knew this. We already knew this. It's not as salacious. Even with the information about her, fucking on Lemmy. I told y'all that months ago, weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, so none of it is really like shocking. None of it is really shocking. It's just that now it's at a point where, again, Natalie is about her bag. She likes Curtis. She wants Curtis, but I feel like she's going to manipulate this situation to turn it all around. Like, at the end of the day, Natalie, you were happy. Like, Natalie has a lot of masculine energy, and like I said in the other video, masculine and feminine energy has nothing to do with male or female. Like, that's a gender construct that humans came up with, but it has nothing to do with male or female energy. But Natalie naturally has more masculine energy, and masculine energy is just more outward expression. It's passion, it's anger, it's rage. It's just the energy that you exert. And so naturally, Natalie exerts a lot of energy, hence why she's always flexing with her money. So she'll complain, but she enjoys tricking and spinning off on people, and she, like, that's her role, like being the boss bitch and being the one in charge. Like, she gets off on that. So as far as this whole, oh, Curtis is trying to extort me thing, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, because I feel like that's the nature of the relationship that they had. was very much on some sugar mama type shit. And then once the sugar started, well, once the mama started being tired of giving out sugar, now all of a sudden there's a problem. Okay. Or now that the world is looking at the mama, a little too, you know what I mean? Like now all of a sudden there's issues, but like had Stunner Girl not said anything, this would have kept on going. It would have kept on going because remember, Natalie kept saying, "Oh, all of this happened in January." Okay, so we're only hearing about it now because Stunner exposed this all. Now Natalie wants to come out. I don't care what she's talking about with no jumper, and I don't care about none of that. Natalie's a boss. She understands how these blogs work. She's been out over 10, 15 years. She understands the game. She's already 10 steps ahead. Even with text messages that come out with any of these celebrities, I don't trust them because if you know how these blogs work and you see situations like this, you pay attention and you be like, okay, you start thinking of your exit plan. You start thinking of your exit plan, and then you start saying shit, or you change up your conversation and your tone in the text messages or in the phone calls because someday this could possibly leak, or someday this could possibly make me look better. Should I come with these receipts? Like, I don't be trusting none of this shit. Question everything. Question everything. And as far as Curtis, like I said, the allegations we're not touching, we're not getting into. I don't care with the Smiley shit. If you get in my comments with that bullshit, I'm blocking your dumb ass. Point blank in the period, I'm blocking your dumb ass. I want to have fun on this channel. Conversations like that for me are not fun. Okay? As far as Curtis coming up, it was a come up for him. He got his money. I would say the same thing to Curtis that I would say to any of these bitches that be out here dating these niggas. If you was dumb enough to get the bag from these people, from these rappers and celebrities, and then blow it all, that's your dumbass fault. That's your dumbass fault. So if Curtis is really still broke after Natalie did all of this tricking on him, that's his dumbass fault. Same way that I would look at these rappers and these girls. We see girls messing with these niggas all the time, then try to have a baby for a come up and want spousal support and all of this shit. And it's just like, that's your dumb fault. Like, I will never understand the whole, I need to take half or everything that you have because now my lifestyle is altered. Okay, bitch, things happen. Things happen. I was making $20K a month in 2017. And then I went down to barely making 20 cents a month. Things fucking happen. Things happen. So I will never understand that whole, because we're no longer together now, my whole entire life has to change. And no, things happen. That's the ebb and flow of life. And somebody else's life shouldn't be altered, like simply because they decided to go find their peace and go find their happiness. The fuck? So like I said, the same way I would be looking at bitches as dumb for not putting away for a rainy day, because that's what you do. That's a boss bitch move right there. That's how you be smart, right? Because y'all allowed to say pussy is power and da. That's when pussy really becomes powerful. When you got a nigga that's tricking off on you and spending millions, or not even millions, because it doesn't even have to be a celebrity rapper. Girl, if you 20 years old and you dating the regular nigga round the trap, this information could be for you. Because there's a whole debate that's going on right now about is $30 enough for lunch versus $100. And even with that, whether you dating a celebrity that's able to send you millions a month, or you dating a regular nigga that's able to send you $100 for lunch, baby, pussy becomes powerful, and you really a bad bitch when you say, "Oh, let me get what I need, and then let me take the rest and then put it in a separate pot that you don't know about." So that every time you sending me money and I'm gonna take what I need and I'm gonna say the rest. So just in case, just in the event that something happens, okay? Because this money not gonna last forever, and you may not be up forever. So I can't always depend on you. Just in case of a rainy day, I got my stash over here to the side. Now that's a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch. Okay, so if Curtis wasn't doing that, oh wow, I can't feel bad. Take your ass back to the projects or wherever the hell you from, Albany, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm with Natalie on that part. Like, don't come down trying to ask for money in the like, girl. But do I believe, like I said, just to reiterate, her and Jacob in an open relationship, that benefits them. I feel like only in it for the money, and the benefits of a marriage, from the business benefits and for Journey. But I do feel like they're seeing other people. Whether or not Jacob is seeing another man, I don't care. Okay. Whether or not the allegations with Curtis is true, again, for the last time, I don't care. Natalie fucking on Lamel, that much is obvious. And I don't even think Lamel owns Baddies. I mean, I know a couple of years ago, like, because Baddies was created by Natalie, and you know, all the girls of the pilot season had the credit and whatnot, and then Lamel and Natalie pulled some shady shit. Lamel ended up acquiring the rights, but Lamel doesn't even own Zeus. Like, there's white people that's above him. Like, y'all see how niggas can be. Let me choose my words. In order to get to the level of wealth that Lamel is at, you have to have white people involved. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. You cannot have $1 billion company without white people. It just is what it is. And if that was the case, I mean, if that wasn't the case, then you would see a lot more black billionaires. Okay, so I don't think Lamel owns Zeus like he wants to portray. I feel like he has a vanity title. I feel like he may have started Zeus, but I don't feel like I feel like he also owns a big share of Zeus, maybe like 49% or 51%. But I definitely believe that there are other partners and other people, you know, that's just Hollywood in the way that it works. So this video was about 26 minutes longer than I needed it to be, but I got all my thoughts out there, I think. Yeah, so in terms of that whole triangle square situation, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on Natalie and Jacob and Curtis and Lamel. Stunner Girl doesn't lie. Okay. And for the last time, I do not care about the Smiley allegations and the Curtis allegations. Don't even so much of get into my comments and be like, what allegations? Can somebody tell me? You're getting blocked. Have some respect for me, please. All right. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Universal bad bitch, everybody language. Everybody knows she the mud bad. Universal bad bitch, everybody language. Everybody knows she the mud bad. Universal bad bitch, everybody language. Everybody knows she the mud bad. Universal bad bitch, everybody language. Everybody knows she the mud bad. Fuck it up, love it how they cutting up. Now these niggas swimming up, but wasn't when I'm coming up. Fuck it up, love it how they cutting up. Now these niggas swimming up.